Oh, hi there, everyone. Welcome to another Trevor's Terrarium here at Geektopia Island. I'm Gardwell,
And I'm Kevin.
and today we have a fun little another white augment deck to show you, but of course we have to talk about a few things. Of course, first is the new layout. I'm doing some life changes in about a couple of months or so, and I'm just moving out of town. So before we do that and just hurry up and rush, we're actually trying this format now. And hopefully you like it. It seems to be going okay so far, but just go ahead and let us know down in the comments. And of course, we do have a Patreon, and it only takes $1 to support us and show us some love, and we love you very much for it. And that will also be in the down below in the link. And the deck, of course, is Knights and Thorny Armour. It has some of the new cards with just white augments, and let's basically get into it and show you what we got here.
Let's do it.
All right. First, the champion, of course, is Liam, Traitor of Knights. When you destroy opponent's tower, you can add 1 gear from your deck to your hand, which is extremely powerful. And then once per turn, you discard a gear from your hand. Target unit gets plus 500 this turn. You don't have to exhaust, so that means you can do it on their turn and your turn. And the fact that plus 500 does a lot of bonuses to your game, because everyone's trying to nitpick and make sure they can kill your dude. And when you're just like, bump it up, that's it. They lost the resource pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And we already know that from gears, it doesn't matter if they're in your discard zone, they're going to come back no matter what.
Yeah, you're going to play them.
Yeah, it's going to be ridiculous. And of course, it is just mono white, so we're doing Sola the Light Spirit. At the end of turn, you switch one of your exhausted units to active, so therefore you can swing in without care. And then Soul Burst, put into a Knight unit token Guardian. So it's a 2000 Guardian just by flipping your Spirit over. So it's pretty solid and pretty powerful, and if you want to go super aggro, then that's what you just turn 0, do this, done. Pretty much.
It's dangerous, but it's fun to do.
Yes, of course.
Alright, so the first guy of the deck is the Corum Squire. He is 1 mana for a 1000. He's got Ruined, and you add 1 gear with 1 less. When he dies, you get a gear 1 or less and put it from your deck to your hand.
Yep. Which is, there's a bunch of them, and they're actually pretty useful, so we'll get into that later.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, one of the new most powerful cards in the set is a Bone Scavager for 1000, but wait, there's more. Arrive. Expel target unit from the discard zone. Okay. But you can pay 1. Expel target unit from a discard zone, and if you do, place a 500 counter on this card. So that means whatever you want to pump in or whatever you killed, you just make him bigger, and that's completely insane.
Yeah, this dude is good every turn of the game.
Yeah, every single one.
Regardless of when you draw him or when you don't get him. If you get him early, he gradually goes bigger.
Yeah.
If you get him late, sure, he takes a little longer to get bigger, but you have a lot more mana to just be like, cool. Because the second ability is open-ended, so as long as you have a card to remove, you can pay like 6 and be like, this dude gets plus 6, 100, plus 500 counters. Thanks.
Yep. And it's not your own discard; it can be their discard. So you killed their dudes. You're like, just 6 turn. You have 5 mana open. You're like, well, just remove 5 dudes, and yeah,
he gets big.
Yeah, now he's a 3000. Just for,
yeah,
that's it. Thank you.
It's so disgusting.
It's insanely strong.
So good. I cannot wait to see him play because he's going to do a lot.
Yeah, he is.
Also, this dude's going to do a whole lot too. The Mutation 002 Reprobloom. He has 2 mana for a 1000 Argent card. And whenever this card is targeted by a spell or ability, you may put into play 2 experiment unit tokens with 1000 each.
Yeah.
So essentially, any of the gears that you use, they do target when they come into play. So you're just like, cool, target this dude. You get 2 dudes.
Yeah. Just
great.
2 dudes. Done. Thanks. And sure, you can only have 5 dudes on the field, but to be able just to be like multiply so instantly and swing at all the towers you ever wanted, or block in and kill all the dudes, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, and like you said, you only have 5, but these are free dudes, so you're not losing resources to get these dudes.
Yeah, exactly.
You didn't spend anything to get them, really. I mean, you spent gears, but whatever. Sure, you're going to do that regardless. But this is free dudes that you can throw at whatever. So you're like, oh, you have a 2000 blocker in my way? Throw this dude, throw this dude.
Yeah.
Right.
That, and like with Liam, you can just target him with the gear. Just discard a gear. This guy gets plus 500. Flop. Multiple.
Yeah, cool, great, thanks.
Your turn, my turn. I have a full board. What do you got?
Yeah, thanks. I'll get 4 dudes for nothing.
Yeah.
He's so strong.
Those 2 will probably be banned or restricted or something, because 2 Argent Saga deck or Argent decks or cards, they're just way powerful.
Oh yeah.
And of course, Mutation 002 actually goes really well with the Red Rose Knight, which is the next card. 2-drop 1000. It has Guardian, which is awesome. When this card uses Guardian, you may add target gear from your discard zone to your hand, so it repopulates that. And while this card is equipped with the gear, units adjacent to this card gains plus 500 and Guardian. So
That's cute.
It has Guardian, and you have no one near it, but then you just do a ability on Reprobloom and put 2 dudes next to her, and then those copies are Guardians now. They're 1500.
That's pretty disgusting.
And then you could almost have unlimited Guardians if you just keep doing all the resource gathering and stuff. It's stupid.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
So that combination will just break a game for sure.
Next up is Mel, the Corum Magician. He is 3 for a 1500, and he arrives if you have 3 or more gears in your discard zone, you draw 2 cards.
Yep.
It's really not that hard to get the gears in the graveyard, so I used to not like this guy, but I've played him a lot more, and I'm just like, this dude's pretty awesome.
Yeah, you're just drawing free cards all the time.
Oh, yeah.
And he's a 1500, so that's nothing to scoff at. That pretty much destroys all towers, so he does his job, you swing, he blocks, whatever, or he kills a tower. Thank you. The next one is Black Rose Knight. It's a 3-drop 1500. It has Brawler, which is one of the new keywords. This card may attack active once it drops and exhaust units this turn it comes into play. So it semi has swiftness or quickness, but it only can attack dudes, and that is okay.
Yeah.
When you're like, I need that guy dead, you plop him down, go swing at him, and then you're good.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't have to be, as it says, exhausted, so just any dude can die. And then also arrive when you equip target gear from a unit you control to this card. While this card is equipped with a gear, when this card is or a unit adjacent to this card attacks, you may draw 1 card and then discard 1 card.
Because why not?
Yeah, why not? Just have a card draw engine on a dude that's be swinging, and the fact that you can equip him with a big gear to kill whatever you need to when you swing as soon as he arrives.
And like he says, this card or a unit adjacent, so you don't have to, if you don't want to lose this guy right now, you can just auto equip him and then have one of those other little Reprobloom dudes you make next to him and just make you draw a card off of that.
Yeah, exactly.
So cool, free card draw. Bet.
Yeah, you come down, swing, attach a dude, you draw a card, discard a card, then the dude next to it, you can put whatever you drew onto that card and you swing, and then it's just, you draw a card, discard a card, and it's all good.
Yeah, it's pretty silly. Next up is the White Rose Knight. He is 4 mana for a 2000, and he arrives, you choose 1 for each knight unit you control up to 3. So 3 is the max, but you can search your deck for a gear and add it to your hand. Equip target gear from your discard zone to this card, or
Seems
switch
good.
target knight unit to active. So if you have 3 different knights in play, you can choose all 3 of them, and he counts himself, so cool.
Yeah. So basically he can be as good as that just common dude that costs 4, comes in play, puts a gear from the discard to himself.
Mhm.
That, or he has extra bonuses as well, which hopefully you'll have another knight for sure.
Yeah, this dude's pretty silly because he does a lot for you for 4 mana.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. All right, the next one is Lucient, Guardian of Vigilance. It has a Arrive trigger. If there are a destroyed light tower, switch up to 2 target exhausted light units to active. So that means you swing in, do all the stuff, comes in play, untaps your dudes, and then you can swing in again.
Yeah. And he's a big 3000 dude that they have to answer because he'll just destroy things.
Sorry, yeah, he's a 5-drop 3000, which he can do, and is a Guardian, which is insane.
Cool, great. I can block all day.
Yeah.
Next up is Brant, the Wicked Judge. He's 5 mana for a 2500, and he's a legendary unit, so I'm going to only have 1.
Yep.
This card gets plus 500 for each of your opponent's destroyed towers.
It's good.
And if you have 2 or less towers remaining, this card gains quickness and cannot be targeted by spells. This dude is kind of bonkers because he gets really big really quickly.
Yeah. really quick, and the fact that he can swing in really big, and he's just a huge dude, and that he reminds me with his name just like, and my name is Tim from Monty Python the Holy Grail, because it's just like, hi, I'm Brit, and look what I can do. And he just does all the destruction he wants.
Yeah, he can do so much. If you have 2 towers, you're just like, cool, swing.
Yeah,
My dude's big.
The next one is Kara, the Lone Valkyrie. It's a 6-drop, 3,500. This card costs 1 less to play for each of your destroyed towers, so it can really just cost 1 if possible. If you have 1 or less towers remaining, this card gets 1,000 Brawler and Guardian, so therefore it can take down a dude or block. If you control no other units, this card cannot be targeted by spells or abilities.
Wow.
So therefore, yeah, this is like your last ditch, like, I hope I can win. Just play her on an empty board and hopefully survive.
That's pretty awesome. It's a really cool, it's a really neat mechanic to see if it works right or not. I like the idea of it, but it's really rough when you're down to 1.
Yeah, 1 tower or so. Well, at least she just costs 1, thankfully.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
All right, that is it for the dudes. We're going to go into the spells and the gears. First spell we got is Holy Slash. It is 2 mana for instant cast, destroy target attacking dude.
Yep.
Great.
Just super good. Just, you need it every time you play white.
Mm-hmm.
Next one is Standard Shardshield. It's 1-drop. Gear equipped to target unit. It gains Guardian. And this equipped unit uses Guardian. It gets plus 1,000 this turn. So it'll survive for sure.
Oh, yeah. Next up is the Standard Shardsword. And it is 1 mana equipped to target unit. It gets plus 500 in target attack. So you can attack whatever you want to attack whenever you need to.
Yeah, exactly. The next one is Blessed Shardcloak. It's also a 1-drop gear equipped to target unit. It cannot be targeted by spells, which is very useful, especially when you're playing against blue.
I hate Cargo.
Yeah, of course. Thank you.
Next up is Kalibur, the Sacred Shardsword. It is 2 for an augment gear. It equips to target unit. It gains 1,000. Sacrifice this card. This turn, the equipped unit cannot be targeted by spells or abilities. Draw 1 card.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can only control 1 Kalibur, the sword, the Sacred Sword. So you can only have 1 in play. They're not technically legendary, so you can have multiple in the deck, but you can only have 1 in play.
Yep, exactly.
But I don't care. You only really need 1 to just be like, hey, don't target this guy. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks. And then draw a card. The next one is a Shining Shardagger, 2-drop gear. It gets plus 500 and quickness, and that's very extremely useful in this game.
Yeah, dude, this gear is one of the best gears I think is made, just because it gives quickness to white.
Yeah.
So that little 4-drop white Rose Knight that's like, hey, bring back a thing from the yard and put it equipped. You're just like, cool, he gains quickness. Swing.
Yeah, great. Swing. Thank you.
Next up is Vrscika, the Scorpion Hammer. It is 2 for an augment gear. It gets plus 1,000, whatever it's on, and the equipped unit destroys a guardian. You may switch the equipped unit to active. So like, cool, you blocked me, I'll kill you, I untap, and let's do it again.
Yeah, let's swing it again. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
This really goes well with all the brawler dudes, because even if they don't want to block, you're like, all right, we're gonna kill that guardian anyway.
Yeah.
And like, so you can keep doing that. It's not just once. So if you can keep killing the guardians, of course your dude will probably die soon enough, but you're just like, guardian, done, switch, guardian, done, and then go for it. The next one is Ketsu, the Living Armor. It's a 1-drop gear. Any damage it would take is reduced by 500 instead, which is super nice. And then, when one of your light units attacks, you may equip this card from the discard zone to the unit. A unit may only be equipped with 1 Ketsu Living Armor, because that would be busted if you can just make a dude unkillable.
Yeah.
So, this is super good, because with your champion, you can discard this to give a dude plus 500. Then he swings, and then you just attach it to him, and then he's just bigger at that turn. So, it's really good.
Yeah, and like you said, 500 does matter, like, more than you think it does.
Yes.
And being able to just prevent 500 damage, which is usually just enough to keep it out of death range, makes the game so much more difficult than you think, because everything's in the thousands or 1500s, so it's just so much more difficult to deal with a thing. So if a dude's supposed to die that you're counting on dying, and they're like, "Hey, cool, reduce it by 500," your life is so much harder.
Exactly. That's where like red burn comes in. Like especially if you're playing against red, they're like, "I need this to deal 1,000 exactly," and then you're just like, "Well, ditch a gear plus 500, suck it." Like, oh well, I guess thanks. That's all I can do.
Thanks. No way.
Yeah. Now we'll get into the shards here. Of course, we have the normal Argent shards, but we also have 3 hollow crystals, which is the white shard. You can pay 1, exhaust, target unit with guardian gets plus 500. That also can creep up and hurt people so bad. And then, of course, you have to have Corona, the Spirit Ruby, because it's just too powerful. You can exhaust, flip your spirit face down, destroy target unit, which is very helpful late game, no matter what.
Yeah, and it is a legendary shard, so you only have 1, but
yeah.
Okay, cool, sure.
That's okay, whatever. Just 1 is all you need.
Yeah.
I don't think we've played a Argent deck brawl on our channel that didn't go to like turn 8 or 10. Like, so you're gonna have your shards out no matter what.
You're gonna get all your shards pretty easily.
Yeah, so simple as that. But with that is the deck. The deck list will be down below for your viewing pleasure, and hopefully you enjoyed your stay here at Geektopia Island. Have a good day.
Later.
Bye.
Also, guys, just remind y'all to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and if you want to keep up to date on all our future content, make sure you click that bell. It'll give you all the notifications you need.
With that, we'd like to go ahead and give a big thank you to all our fans that support us through the year, and especially our Patreon support people. We do like to give a shout out to our Mythic and Above supporters, and that would be Dwayne Higgs. Thank you very much. We love you.